Okay, guys, we're doing Missouri natural. What do we have right here?
That's wild ginger, a
Okay,
native Missouri woodland ground cover. Big heart-shaped leaves.
okay. What we have? What are the little pink?
Columbines,
Okay,
which like dry feet and shady places and limestone bluffs and cliffs and things like that.
okay.
Hi.
Let's go.
We've got a mix of the native and the exotic. Oh, the woodland phlox, or the woodland spiderwort is opening up.
Oh, look at that,
Pink
guys.
bloom.
Look at that. Okay.
Then the elephant ear shaped leaf is prairie dock. It'll send up a single stem about 8 feet tall with sunflowers at the top.
Okay.
Here's a pretty cool
Oh,
one.
that's beautiful. Beautiful.
This is wild indigo. Just about to open up. Bumblebees love it.
It's good to capture the bees. Look. Yay.
Yeah.
You see that? All right, now what?
We've got compass plant.
What's it for? What's it do?
It's a sunflower. It feeds birds and bees. I guess.
Okay.
We've got big blue stem coming on. This is New England aster. It'll be full of blooms in September and October.
Okay.
It's a late season. So,
Then what?
rosinweed, which is another sunflower. Here's switchgrass, another native
I like
grass.
that.
Yeah. New England aster again. Red twig dogwood.
Well, that's beautiful.
Yeah. See why
Okay.
it got its name.
Yes.
And over here is yellow twig dogwood, kind of a sister species, but it's different.
Okay. What you got going over there?
Oh, some tame thornless blackberries in the tents. Obedient plant. Oh, I've got a ladybug. That's exciting.
Yeah, ladybugs are good.
See her?
Oh, look.
Eat those aphids.
Yes.
Here's eastern gamma grass. They call it ice cream grass because the cows really love it. I'm
Huh.
sure the buffalo did too. And this is all woodland phlox, which will be beautiful and pink and about 2.5 feet tall, but it gets weedy. I'm going to have to come in and chop some of it back.
Okay.
This is just Virginia wild rye, which is a cool season. Here's some more of it. It's a cool season native grass. A lot of people think we only have warm season native grasses, but we've got cool ones too.
Okay.
Cool, like me.
Yeah, you are cool.
The swamp milkweeds are starting to come up. It's all these.
Okay.
They feed the butterflies. Monarchs love them.
Okay, good.
And this is Sweet William. And I don't understand why there's not more insects working it. It should be full of little bees and flies and things like that. But maybe it's not. Maybe it's not producing nectar at its peak yet. I started those from seed last year.
Okay, I got you.
Got a little stand of river oats here, which is a really neat shade-loving grass.
Oh, it's very pretty.
It gets really neat.
What's
seed heads
this?
on it. Woodland phlox again. It'll bloom pink here in a month.
Okay.
And more of the grass. Here's copper iris.
Very pretty.
Yeah, it'll have a very dark copper-colored bloom. Looks like a lawn iris, you know, the flower, but it's a
Got
native.
you.
It's a native one.
Got you. Very native. Okay.
Okay, neat story with this. The wild hydrangea that I had pruned back the ones in another bed and threw it on the compost pile. And about 2 weeks ago, I looked over and that was green coming up out of the compost pile. It's going to resprout from its stem.
Look at that.
So I just stuck it in the ground. So
Yay,
we're happy.
yay. Yeah, that's kind of like what you call volunteer.
Yeah, absolutely.
What we have going on here.
It's another woodland phlox
Okay,
in front of a wild hydrangea.
okay.
You see some ferns down there that I transplanted from the front.
See that, guys? All right.
Then there's a little redbud tree coming in.
Right there.
And this is Ozark witch hazel,
Love,
which I
love.
planted out of our MDC nursery.
Look at that.
And this redbud tree is dying back. I would say it does not like last year's floodwater. I'd say this little low spot right here.
See, guys? Just doesn't like it.
Look down. This
See?
fills every time it rains. This fills with water, and last summer it was filled for weeks. We had so much rain.
So that's not good.
Hoping for a little bit drier year this
It's
year.
not good for this tree. Okay. But look at all this. Very nice.
More copper iris.
Very nice.
And the dead nettle and the violets have kind of taken over, but here are some dwarf crested iris that I moved back
Very,
here last
very
year.
pretty. Look at that. Okay.
Now I'm going to go on a bit of a rant.
Okay.
This is winter creeper vine. It's not part of the tree. It's a very damaging, invasive exotic. It'll crawl across the ground in a single vine under the lawnmower cutting height until it finds something to climb up. And it'll just literally strangle trees out. I hate it.
Okay.
But those are my neighbor's trees.
We need to get rid of it.
And in town, I've talked to him about it, but no action yet.
Okay, following.
There's your
What
buttercup.
There's buttercup.
And this is the tomato patch if it ever dries out enough to plant tomatoes.
What's buttercup? Do what? I'm sorry.
This will be the tomato patch if it ever dries up enough to plant tomatoes.
Got you?
Look, the buds are starting to swell on the blackberries. It's where the flowers and berries will form. This is an odd variety. It was here when I moved here. I've just kept it.
I would keep
It's
it.
thornless.
Yes. Is it native?
No. Well, it was bred. It was selected from native blackberries, but it was selected to be thornless. And the stalks grow up new. This will be next year's fruiting plant, and then they die completely back to the ground, unlike native blackberries that just grow and grow.
Oh.
There's prairie dock. Those leaves will get 1.5 feet across. Very
Beautiful.
pretty. Yeah.
Everything is beautiful. What's this again? What is?
That's I don't know if it's cup plant or rosin weed. I think that's a cup plant. It's a native sunflower.
It's very pretty.
Here's white sage. Here's rose verbena,
Oh, very pretty.
which I used to have a lot of, and it just does not like wet feet.
Okay.
My yard is very flat, and last year was a record rainfall year, so a lot of things kind of fell out. And here's an ash tree. Trying to grow in my prairie garden. we don't have trees in the prairie garden.
We don't need those. No. Pluck them out. Very nice.
Well, the indigo will be purple in about 3 or 4 days. And the bumblebees love it. And the elephant ears that wintered in the basement are still in their pots. They will recover.
Yes, they will.
So, The only problem with the prairie garden is I need more of it.
Correct.